Okay, recording started. And Naruto run! Oh, cars get destroyed by me running through them. That's always fun.
No more.
Oh, there's an Eternity Splinter over here. Not that I need any more, considering everything only costs one, and I can't... Like, I already have way too many that I'll ever be able to spend.
We should learn to let go of material possessions.
James, I thought this was a kid-friendly game.
Hmm.
Just over your head. Oh my god. Oh, you
To
love
master a skill truly is a reward in and of itself.
Oh, okay, I have a new power. What is it? Tiger Scratch. Enter the stance of the Furious Tiger. Okay, whatever. I'll equip it.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
he
all I
runs
do is
too.
sprint.
We both run! We're not as cool as, like, Daredevil, who can just, like, swing on his, like, rope thing. If Jessica Jones was in this game, she would be able to fly. And there's us, the weak links on the team, who can just run everywhere. It's like, wait for us, guys! We'll get there eventually! Well, like, Matt and Jessica just arrived to fight crime, like, half an hour before we even get there. Already dealt with it by the time we arrive.
This is why we make our own team.
Yeah, this is why we're the heroes for hire, outside of being the defenders. That way we don't get judged for being so slow.
Wait, if we get into a car, we don't get funny looks.
Yep, everything's reset, of course.
Do not mess with Luke Cage.
Who knew you did not mess with Luke Cage? Oh, by the way, I figured out how to use emotes while you were gone.
Yeah?
Yeah, like yesterday I figured it out. Like, here.
We're all in this together.
See, that's
Wow.
like his thing for hello. And basically, you press L2, and then like the arrows. Like, if you press down, you'll like do this kind of like show off of your powers. And if you press to the left,
We're all in this together.
Somebody
let's say
call
their
for a
hello.
hero.
yeah, you can also laugh. Yep. Because I figured it out while I was on Iron Man. Then I like checked a bunch of my different characters just using them. Seeing what their hello is. Oh, I'm picking on a police officer. I don't need to talk to you. Especially not excessively. Okay, here's the thing though. Do you think the defenders ever like take a taxi somewhere or something? And then there's just like Daredevil and Iron Fist in full costume, and then just Luke and Jessica just sitting there in regular clothing, and just everyone like judging them. Like, what the hell?
I could do it.
Like, or like even just taking the train, just them just sitting there all in costume. At least half of them.
It's like the elevator scene and the defenders would all be standing there nonchalantly waiting to fight people. I can see that in the Trent taxi cab. There's some really talkative Indian taxi driver talking to him the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. We need that in Defenders Season 2.
Is this what enlightenment feels like?
I can just imagine some really hyper Indian dude talking to Daredevil like, "You're the devil of the Hell's Kitchen?"
Like, you're not as scary in person. You're just being like, aw, I live to be scary. I'm sad now that you've told me that I'm not scary.
Oh, XP boosters are
This
fun.
battle is over.
Yep.
I will embarrass you no longer.
We totally would not be at this point leveling if we didn't have them. Ah, shit, my game's glitching again. Oh, and I leveled up. I'm level
My,
15.
That was exhilarating.
Hold on. It's gonna get a little weird. Who's the real Iron? It's gonna live. Oh, who's the real Iron Fist?
Oh no! There's two of us! Dun dun dun! Oh, this would be so cool if I was on Daredevil, because then we'd have 3 out of 4 defenders just running around together. Where's my Daredevil's level 30? Not that it matters. Daredevil's so weak that we could bring him here anyway, and he'd still do like 0 damage.
He'd still struggle against the Shocker.
Right? He still would just be weak as hell. Like, I'll do it eventually. Like, I'm taking his health down 1 point at a time. Well, like, you're taking down like 50 points. No, after we finish this mission, maybe I'll go switch to Daredevil. Or finish this chapter. Naruto run!
Let's take the shortcut. You missed this treasure room.
Ah, shit. Oh, you go on ahead without me. You need the XP more. Okay, I'm here. Well, I wonder how many views this video will even get, considering how hardly I even post. At this point... Huh?
Check those in forever.
Oh.
DC one
It really just depended on the video. Some got like a lot, like some got like 100 views or over, like a few hundred.
Use this in defense of the world.
Oh darn, do I want to use that or not? Whatever, I'll go with not for now. I'll look at my channel and see how many the last video I uploaded got. Because I think I put up a style video like a few weeks ago.
Oh, God, just give me to the cops already.
Oh, 5 days ago and it's got 1 view. So, I mean, my channel's not doing too well. But I'm like, yeah, before that it was 2 months since I posted a video. So, yeah, I need to get back to posting regularly again. Whatever. I'll record us playing like each chapter, then I'll end the video and start another one, and then I'll like upload 1 or 2 tonight, and then like, you know, some tomorrow, whatever. Also might just start getting into playing my video games again in general, once this is gone. Like, there's so many, like, because I know I was planning on doing a walkthrough for the Lego Batman 3, but like I only went in 1 episode. That was like months ago now, so I'm like... What did you ask?
Weren't you trying to do that? Playing DQO? Middle of summer.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do need to upload things again. Yeah, and like once this is gone, I was also thinking about, because I also have that Lego Marvel Superheroes one, so I'm like, hey, that has an extensive roster of Marvel characters to play as. Like, I can play that again, because I actually played it way back on the PS3, so I've played the entire game before. So let's play it through it again. You know, get to play as a bunch of different Marvel characters once this is gone. But I also might buy that Lego Marvel Avengers, the one that came out like 2 years ago, which I wanted, but I was never able to get it. But it's like 20 bucks now, and I definitely have enough to afford it.
My, that was exhilarating.
So yeah, I might get that because it has a lot of cool characters in it. Like they have Sam Wilson as Captain America, Jane Foster as Thor, Kamala Khan as Ms. Marvel. They have America Chavez. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, there's so many cool characters. I wanted it so bad because of all the cool characters. I think they actually have the Superior Iron Man as a skin for, you know, Iron Man. So I'm like, yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff, so I wanted to get it, but I was never able to afford it for like a long time. And then by the time I did have money, I guess I just forgot about it. Then I remembered it recently, and I'm like, oh, hey, I should get that. That'd be fun. Chances I haven't played it before. It'll be somewhat new. Even though the story mode is based off the movies, so it's basically like the story was just the story of like the first 2 Avengers movies. Which, I mean, there are only 2 Avengers movies at this point, so.
I wasn't a fan of stuff in it.
Oh, I don't think anyone was. Like, it was like okay. It wasn't awful, but it was just like one of the most meh Marvel movies of all time.
Ultron deserves so much more.
Right? Ultron's such a good villain. But nope, they just messed him up. Also, it's weird them just pulling Hawkeye family out of nowhere. Like, shit, we need to like make people care about him. How do we do that? He has a family. Yeah. Did we not mention this? You care about him now, don't you? Yeah, no, we just turned to your least favorite Avenger, and I think it was like Honest Trailers that said to your 3rd or 4th least favorite Avenger. It's like same. So they go and take everyone's least favorite Avenger and turn him into our 3rd or 4th least favorite Avenger. Which Hawkeye does deserve better too. He's not that good in the movies. I like him in the comics, but the movies not really.
He did get better treatment in the second movie in Civil War, though.
Yeah.
So, that's okay.
Even though his motivation didn't make sense in Civil War. I mean, I say that as if he actually had a motivation.
I don't think anybody.
Right? Like, especially on Team Cap. Like, other than Captain America and, like, Falcon, maybe, Bucky, like, the other half of the team, like, didn't have motivations. It's just like, what's Ant-Man doing there? His entire movie was about how he doesn't want to be a criminal and wants to be there for his daughter. But, like, Captain America's like, yo, you want to get arrested? And he's just like, hell yeah! Fuck being there for my daughter! Like, let's go to prison, yo! And then, like, Hawkeye, like, this had nothing to do with him. He's never met Bucky. He doesn't care if Bucky lives or dies. And the Sokovia Accords doesn't affect him since he's retired. So it's like, why did he show up again? And, like, Scarlet Witch, like, her, like, only motivation I can think of is she's whining. She's throwing a tantrum. Because, you know, Tony's like, oh, you need to stay in the mansion or compound or whatever, you know, and that way you don't cause trouble, which literally makes sense. That's smart. Like, even if she doesn't cause trouble, people, like, are viewing her as, like, the start of all this because of her accidentally killing people. So, like, it's just safer anyway to just keep her away from people so people, like, leave her alone, too. So it's like, but nope, she throws a temper tantrum about it. It's just like, ugh. Team Iron Man, like, at least had some more motivations in it. Like, you get Iron Man's motivation. Spider-Man's motivation makes sense. He was asked to be there, and he's a fanboy, so he's just like, yeah! I'm part of the Avengers! Woo!
Like that scene where he's like, we have money. Yes, I...
Thank God! That was such a hilarious montage. I love that part from the comics. And Wolverine, we have beer. I'm in. We have money. Oh, thank God. Hugs Iron Man like, finally, it'll be okay. Yeah. Civil War overall was a bad movie. How much hate do you think we'll like get in the comment section for talking shit about it? Because I know everyone loved that movie for some reason.
Baron von Zimmer's plot made so much sense.
Okay, that one I feel like is the thing everyone agrees on, though, that his scheme made 0 sense, and a lot of it was just coincidental. Like, he couldn't have known shit was gonna happen the way he wanted it to. It just happened to, and he's just like, yay, lucky me! It was like, yeah, that made no sense. Also, it felt kind of pointless. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's no consequences, and then people are like, yes, there was. Like, you know, now War Machine can't walk, and, you know, now some of them are fugitives, and blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not gonna be long-standing consequences. Like, the consequences hardly even mattered in the following movies. Like, you know, like, Iron Man shows up in Spider-Man Homecoming. He's fine. Spider-Man's still fine after it. Everything's fine. So, and then I'm guessing you were saying it's just to make money?
No, to make them, like, split up, you know, for, like...
Yeah, because, like, they're saying that, for Infinity War, they wanted the team to be, like, at their weakest, but I'm like, come on! That's not gonna even take the entire movie for them to get back together again. Someone's gonna die Coulson style, and they're gonna be like, wow, he had trading cards of us in his pocket, we must unite! We must assemble! And they'll go and, like, beat Thanos' ass, and then another one will probably die. And, another one.
Kind of cool if Thanos, like, showed up, and they were, like, at their strongest point, they still get beat up, I'm like, dang.
Right?
What do we do?
And then, like, part 2, like, Captain Marvel will show up and be like, yo, I've been deep in space all this time, what's up? How's things changed? She'll basically be on the same boat as Star-Lord. It's be like, what? We have, what's an HD TV? Wait, hold on, the internet is actually, like, a thing now? Like, that was just being created when I left Earth. Like, man, what does everyone use the internet for? And then she just finds a bunch of cat videos and porn. Like, never mind. Not what I was hoping to find on the internet. You know, that's not what I was looking for, but okay.
Picture of me?
Oh god. Does anyone even remember she exists in like this? Considering nobody's mentioned her.
I don't even think she's around, really. I think she's gonna show up, like, everybody thought how Jordan would.
Yeah, well, like, the theory that everyone thinks she's deep in space because they're doing Kree-Skrull War. And, you know, everyone thinks that she and an Infinity Gem just fly off into space after her movie and just have been out there, like, for the past 20 years. And that's why, like, she hasn't shown up. And, like, everything she did during her superhero career on Earth was, like, kind of, like, you know, under the radar, so nobody really knew about her except for, like, Nick Fury and some S.H.I.E.L.D. people. So that's why she never gets mentioned or shows up. Because she's deep in space and nobody even knows who she is. So, I'm like, I'm cool with that. Makes sense that, you know, she's off playing Space Cop with the Kree-Skrull War. Which we might get references to that this season in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because this season they're actually going off into space and meeting some Kree again. Because they've met a Kree warrior before. But this one, like, they're really going to be interacting with, like, Kree and, like, discount Star-Lord. I'm like, that'll be fun. Ah, same. But because why?
Not your thought about that Phase 4. Because they're done with Thanos. Just getting rid of most of those names. Cap and... I know Robert Downey Jr.
skills run deeper than an ocean.
So.
Yeah, I definitely know Iron Man and Captain America. They're actors who are wanting to leave for one reason or another. And so I don't know. We'll see how that all works out. I think my perfect dream plot would be after this. Like, you know, like, have like Iron Man die or Captain America leave or whatever, like, you know, and then like have like do the Dark Avengers for the next plot, where like you have Norman Osborn show up and he tries to be a hero and he like builds his own Iron Man armor and becomes like the new Iron Patriot. And, you know, he gets some of like the old Avengers but with some new ones. Like they could have that be like a small story arc going between movies and stuff about how, you know, like how Norman Osborn is like kind of secretly corrupt and like Spider-Man doesn't trust him and Spider-Man eventually exposes him for his evil and then he gets taken down and then like the Avengers reform again and they're good this time and Norman goes evil and becomes the Green Goblin. I'm like, that'd be perfect. And tie it into the Netflix shows, like have Bullseye be their Dark Hawkeye. And, you know, after the Dark Avengers go down, have him show up on Daredevil, you know, deciding to go back to being an assassin. I'm like, that's my perfect plot, like, for, you know, after the whole Thanos thing. And, you know, they do Dark Avengers for a while, have, like, you know, Norman Osborn, Bullseye, you know, Captain Marvel, like, some darker version of Thor. Like, if they can keep Thor around, like, if he wants to stay, or, like, you know, if he doesn't, you know, you can replace him with someone else.
They don't even know Loki, so he could do something.
Yeah?
He'll never be able to play anyone else.
Yeah. So I'm like, that'd be so cool. And then, like, heck, even during the whole, like, Dark Avengers thing, they could have Bullseye, like, show up on Daredevil. Like, have him show up in Hell's Kitchen and, like, kill a few criminals and have him get into, like, a small fight with Daredevil, like, during an episode or something. You know, have him to show up for, like, maybe 2 episodes at most and then have him vanish again. And after the Dark Avengers fall, have him, like, show up as a main season villain, like, a season afterwards. That'd be so cool, but they're never gonna do it. Just that sucks. They should totally, you know, do more like tying in between like the shows and movies, and Dark Avengers would just be so cool to see.
I think Bullseye want Karen to die already.
You're so mean.
Don't tell the boss I sucked.
I don't know, I like her, but I just need...
Yeah, give Matt some tragedy in his life.
It's overdue. I think she has it left now.
Yeah, like everyone who's died so far in his life, it hasn't really mattered to him that much. Oh, well, okay, Elektra. But then she came back, so that one, that doesn't count. He was sad for like a month or two. Like, it was a few months. And then he was sad about it. Then she came back. But like, it doesn't count if they come back. You know? And like, other than her, like, I mean, okay, his dad is dead, but like that one also doesn't count because that's part of his I mean, it's not supervillain origin, supervillain origin. But that's part of his superhero origin, so that one also doesn't count. But you know, it's like Ben Urich died, but like he didn't care about Ben. That was Karen's friend. What the? What? Look at this. There's AIM guys as the DJs. I've never noticed this. Freaking AIM is the DJ.
Somebody call for a hero.
We're all in this together.
Do this over and over again and act like it's dancing.
Cool. Naruto run! Hi, fellas. How's it going? Nice night tonight, ain't it? Are you chilling, having a good time? Nice. Oh, also another thing I want to happen in the Netflix shows, they totally need to do Daughters of the Dragon.
Yes.
Like, that'd be great. Wait, they mentioned it? Is that what you said?
Not as an actual, like, thing, but, like, wasn't that her wrestling?
Oh yeah, Colleen Wing used that at the fighting thing. She called herself Daughter of the Dragon, but, like, they need to do the team. Like, I want to see Colleen Wing and Misty Knight get together and form a team. Like, have Hellcat show up, because, you know, Trish in the comics becomes Hellcat. And Black Cat was actually on the team at one point. So they probably can't use Black Cat, so instead they can put, like, Hellcat in her place. And, you know, like, just bring in a bunch of side characters from the shows. Like, you can have Karen Page show up and, like, you know, use, like, her job at the Bulletin to give them information. You know, have Malcolm from down the hall show up. He can, like, kind of, like, be their computer guy or something. You know, like, have him kind of, like, be their, like, oracle or whatever, where he's, like, sitting at, like, in their house, you know, on the laptop, just talking to them, keeping them some company. But definitely don't make it like the Arrowverse. Like, one thing I hate about the Arrowverse is it feels like they are like too reliant on having the people at the computers to tell them what to do. So like, you know, Flash and Green Arrow and Supergirl, they never solve their problems. The guy at the computer always does, you know? Felicity or Cisco or Wynn, they always like give them some of the solution. It's like, and like have Malcolm show up and have that kind of role, but like not like too heavily. Where like he's telling them everything to do and they couldn't possibly be superheroes without him.
Just to say, go there.
Right? Like, you know, he can give them basic advice, you know? Maybe you can like find a file on like some kind of enemy, like, you know, they're fighting someone who's like super tough that kicks their ass, and he's just like, oh, I found this thing about him. So, you know, maybe do this, you know, like it can help a little bit, but, you know, not be like, this is exactly what you need to do. First, I can give him like this huge guide step and like tell them every single thing to do in detail.
Run, Barry, run.
Yeah, it's like, it'd tell him everything. Like, well, this is how you beat them. Like, yeah, he can help a little, but, you know, like, maybe you say, oh, I found a weakness. Like, you know, this guy, like, that you're fighting, he broke an ankle a long time ago. You know, scar tissue is very fragile. So, you know, hit there. Why not? It's like, you know, he can do that every now and then. Just, like, don't have him do that kind of thing too much. And, you know, like, tell them, like, everything. Be like, oh, sorry, guys, I don't know this one. Like, you're on your own. You know, they have to solve their own problems sometimes. Or the majority of the time, really. Like, you know, he should only be able to help every now and then, basically. But other than that, he's basically just there to keep him company over the earpieces. Like, you guys doing okay still out there? You don't need me to, like, call in Claire? Just come night nurse y'all?
We just want Malcolm down the hall in that show.
He's great. Come on, he used to be in things.
He's just kind of stuff.
I don't know. Like Malcolm from down the hall and Claire, like need to like be there, like, you know, at like their house, you know, just there to support them. Or like wherever they work, or maybe it's not their house. Maybe it's something else. Maybe Luke Cage gives them like the barbershop or something, and they turn it into their HQ or whatever. Or they could even use that like as Defenders HQ, or, you know, Heroes for Hire. That'd be a cool thing. Luke and Danny could use that as their, you know, home base for Heroes for Hire.
I must find the calmness within myself first.
Yeah. Which also, that was one disappointing thing about Defenders, that Claire didn't become Night Nurse at the end, and, you know, like, actually, like, open up her HQ or something, which, yeah, that could also be Night Nurse HQ. They could turn the barbershop into that. That could work. So you gotta have that set up, and then, like, you know, have all the street-level heroes know about it. And then, like, she and, like, the barbershop, which, you know, she turns into Night Nurse, you know, HQ, can, like, show up in different shows, like, you know, whenever they need help. Like, if Matt gets, like, badly hurt, he can just, like, I'll just make my way down to Harlem and be like, yo, I'm bleeding to death. Can you, like, do something about that? You know?
No, not so close.
But, dunno.
You a tough guy with the small fries, huh?